Hello dear audience, today we have with us Dr. Uma, MBBS MS, Obstetrics and Gynecologist. Cervical cancer is a topic most of us are not aware of. We hear of lung cancer, we hear of other forms of cancer, but cervical cancer, it's something that is curable, treatable, but not heard of. Today we'll know more from Dr. Uma. Thank you ma'am for being a part of our show.
You're most welcome.
Ma'am, what is cervical cancer?
So, cervical cancer is a cancer of the cervix. Cervix is the lowermost part of the uterus. In layman's term, we call it mouth of the uterus. So, it's different from the uterine cancer. Cancer of the uterus is different from cervical cancer. Both are different entities. Today, we'll be talking about the cervical cancer because this cancer is something which can be prevented, which can be cured. So, that's why it's important. Women should be aware of this cervical cancer so that they can protect themselves from this. So, cancer, like it happens whenever the cells, they go uncontrolled multiplication. Okay, they increase, they grow at a faster rate. And how does it happen? Cervical cancer is caused by HPV virus. So, almost like 95% of the cancers are caused by HPV virus. It's a human papilloma virus, and which gets transmitted through sexual activity, intercourse. Like whenever there is a skin-to-skin contact of the genital areas, oral like mouth areas or anal area, then it gets transmitted. So HPV infection is one of the most important high-risk factors for the cancer. There are other risk factors like smoking, that also increases the risk of cancers, multiple sexual partners, unprotected intercourse, that's why, so when a couple is using condoms, it protects you from the cancer. Low body immunity, maybe it can be due to any chronic diseases, any long-term illness, or it can be due to any infection like sexually transmitted infections, other kind of infections like HIV and all. So all these things, they decrease the body's immunity and immune response to fight with the virus or the infection, and it leads to cancers. So these are the few risk factors for the cervical cancer.
We know that cervical cancer is a curable cancer.
Right.
What preventive measures to be taken and how can it be cured?
See, cure is something when it has already happened. Okay, so if the cancer is detected at an early stage, which we can do by certain screening tests, the Pap smear testing. So that is one of the screening tests for cervical cancer. So it's done regularly for all the women, and if we keep doing it regularly and there is a precancerous lesion which is present and which we can detect through Pap smears at an early stage, it can be cured. There are certain treatment options, and when we treat them promptly, that woman can be cured of the cancer.
But what are the complications if somebody gets this cervical cancer during pregnancy?
Definitely cancer in itself is not a good thing to have, and that too during pregnancy, it will definitely not impact the pregnancy in a positive way. So, but it depends upon the stage of the cancer. If it's in early stages, early pregnancy, then we can wait for the pregnancy to be over, and delivery to happen, and then the cancer can be taken care of. But if the cancer is at an advanced stage or later stage, then the cancer needs to be treated.
Does it lead to miscarriages?
Yeah, most of the times it may lead to, there may be many complications. It may lead to miscarriages, it may lead to stillborns like intrauterine death of the fetus. It may lead to low birth weight babies. Most of the cases, they may land up in cesarean. So cesarean rates, they increase during pregnancies. So this is something which is not right if you contract it during the...
Ma'am, like many people do not know of this Pap smear test or the screening for HPV virus. How do you think we can promote more awareness about these tests?
See, that's why we recommend routine health checkups. Okay, every woman should visit their doctors once a year. At least this is something I promote. At least gift yourself on your birthday, gift yourself a routine health check. At least you will be screened, and there you will be educated also what are the tests that you need. So once a year you can visit your doctor, and on that visit, normally we do Pap testings, we do a physical examination, we teach you how to check your breasts and all. So apart from the other things, Pap smears are also done, and it should be started. This is a screening test, and if you are young and if you fall in that age bracket, you can go for HPV vaccination also. So we guide women about this thing. Nowadays, all the countries and the governments, they are taking actions. They're creating the awareness, which we definitely need. Many women are still lacking this awareness. They have no idea. They have no idea about screening tests. They have no idea about routine health checks. So most women are of the view that I am comfortable, I don't have any issues, why should I go for this thing? No, in order to remain fit and healthy, you need this screening test. So that's what you should be going to the doctor once a year, and where you will be educated about all the health screening tests that are available and all the vaccinations, so that you can go ahead with all this. Thank you.